Hello, my name is Regal Cameron, and Happy New Year 2017. I am Regal, and you can find me on regalcameron.com. I am an author, a publisher, a speaker, and also a GEMS expert. And you may ask, what is a GEMS expert? GEMS means that I am gracefully empowering my sisters so they can heal with the child within, and so the adult can live. You can find me on Facebook at regalT.com and Twitter at Regal's Gems, and on Instagram you can find me at regaltcameron. So today our subject is, do you have sinus issues in your life? 3 ways to identify sinus issues. So this is something, it's kind of a metaphoric idea here. I am a person that in season changes, whether if it's winter, summer, spring, or fall, I have sinuses. So every time the season changes, my sinuses kind of go haywire. And usually when I have them, I get clogged, my head lose concentration, I can't really concentrate. I go through a lot of sneezing, blowing your nose, dealing with runny eyes, dealing with just, itchy ear, ears itching inside. And if it gets really bad, you can get like a bacterial infection, and it can just really be an irritating time when you're going through a season change, at least for me in the natural. It can be really hard. And then if it gets really bad, I end up having to go to the doctor to get antibiotics. So with sinus issues can also be people, family, or friends in your life that can cause some trouble and havoc. And the first thing with the sinus issues, that with people, family, and friends, when they come around during a season change in your life, say you're moving from one level to the next, and all of a sudden this person comes back in your life who hasn't been there in a while, and they're bringing you all the latest juicy gossip of everything that's going on, and that's a distraction. That's a sinus issue. Or they can even just be bringing you their drama. And sometimes their drama can be really draining. So that in itself is a sinus issue. It's a distraction. The second thing that can happen during sinus issues during a season change is that person, family member, or friend could have a hidden agenda. They could see that you're in your season change, and then all of a sudden, as they're watching you go through the season change, they come into your life. Now, you won't know what the hidden agenda is. It's because they're keeping it hidden. So you have to really watch and see those people who haven't been in your life for a while, who haven't been around, who haven't really been paying that much of attention to you. When they come in, into your life, hello, someone just came in the room, I can't really see you. So if you hit that notification button, that'll apprise me to who's coming into the room. But anyway, hello, my name's Regal Cameron, and today the Periscope, the Facebook Live is on sinus issues. Sinus issues in your life. Three ways to deal with sinus issues. And I had gotten to the second point. The first point was sinus issues can be unwanted people in your life, always coming around right when you hit that season change, and they're being nosy, and they're always, just kind of around telling you everybody's business and telling you all the things that are going on in their life, bringing you drama, and that's distracting. So to me, that's a sinus issue. And then the second sinus issue is someone that hasn't been in your life for a minute, but all of a sudden they come back in your life and they have a hidden agenda. That hidden agenda. And you don't know it's hidden because they've come back all of a sudden. So you're trying to figure out, why is this person around? So the best thing with that to do is to kind of just sit and wait and see, where they're coming from. See if they're coming from a true place, a good place, positive place. And if they're not, then to get rid of them. Well, the third thing is with the sinus issue, the third type of sinus issue that you could have is someone who tries to take advantage of you in a vulnerable season. Because sometimes when you're in a season change, you are very vulnerable because it depends on where you're going in your season. When you're moving from one season to another season, that time is very delicate because you could be in a season where you're moving to where you're working more on your business, or you're working more with your kids, or you're working whatever it is that you do. You could volunteer. Maybe you're pressing more into that volunteering because that's where your heart is. And then all of a sudden someone comes out of somewhere and they're coming in and they're disrupting that activity of you changing from one place to another. And all of a sudden you find yourself engulfed in their things. That's where you have to realize, say, wait a minute, hold up, let me take a step back. Let me figure this thing out because something ain't right, because I was doing good, and then all of a sudden this person came in my life. So you have to understand that when you go through a season change, you also go in a place of vulnerability because you're in a place of moving to the next level, moving to that next thing, and you don't want anything to come in and disrupt you. So once, as an individual, you must be able to take the time out to figure out who is the sinus issue in your life. Do you need to take antibiotics? Now, with antibiotics, sometimes with sinus infections, physical sinus infections, they get so bad where you have to take an antibiotic because the bacteria just build up so bad until you need something to help clear your head, clear your system out, clear your body out. Sometimes that person, you might have to take an antibiotic for them. And that means getting rid of them. But will you take the antibiotic? Will you take the antibiotics so you can live without infection? Because sometimes as people, we get comfortable with those people that come into our lives and they make us feel good, or they stroke that ego. And a lot of times when you're in a season change, you don't need somebody to stroke your ego. You don't need a yes person in your life. You need somebody who's going to tell you the truth. Who's going to tell you the truth and let you know, hey, that ain't right, sis. Or you're going in the right, sis. Or, nah, that ain't cool. You got to go back and recheck that. So, I'm going to go over the 3 sinus issues again, and then I'm going to shut it down because I got some more stuff that I got to take care of tonight. So, the first sinus issue is knowing when that person that's coming in your life, if they're just coming in with, basically to be that chitter chatter, to tell you about everybody's business, to come in and disrupt, or even tell you about their own drama, just to throw you off track because they see you in the midst of moving from one place to the next place. So you have to be aware of those type of people. The other type of sinus issue is the people who have hidden agendas. Knowing how to peep them out. And the only way you can peep those people out who have hidden agendas is you have to actually sit back and watch them and see where their heart is. Don't believe what their mouth say. You got to see it, because mouth can say anything, but what you see, what you hear, you got to be careful. But with seeing it, then you know if they're talking that talk to walk that walk. And the third thing is being vulnerable in that season. Not letting someone take advantage of you during that time. Take advantage of you during that time of your season shift. You're very vulnerable, so you have to be very aware of the people around you. And then also knowing who's in your life, who's the sinus infection. Do you want to take antibiotics? Because you might be comfortable in that space. And when you take the antibiotics, are you ready to be clear of that infection? Or that person, be rid of that person in your life. So, I'd like to announce my next book. My next book is called The Mask Behind My Pretty. It will be published this year. I'm thinking maybe around March or April time frame. I will be putting up on Facebook excerpts from the book, and you can go ahead and I'll let you know when you can pre-order the book that comes out. The book is about my life. It is about the things that I've been through. I've been through a lot of things. I've been through molestation. I've been through rape. I've been through church hurt. I've been through broken relationships over and over again, and it talks about, steps into breaking brokenness, and steps on forgiveness to help you basically, get through those things, and the things that I did for me to become healed and set free from all the things that happened to me during my lifespan so far. And it gives you tools to deal with those things and to face them and confront them. It talks about issues with your mom if you don't have a good relationship with your mom. It talks about daddy issues if your father was in your life or your father wasn't in your life. How I handled my father, my real father, not being in my life, and then having a stepfather in my life for a short period of time, and then he left. So the book is very, very detailed, and it gives you good information on how to handle certain situations in your life. So keep an eye out for that. I can be reached on Facebook at Regal T. Cameron, and Instagram at Regal T. Cameron, and on Twitter you can get me at Regal's Gems. Right now, my first book that I wrote, Divine Intervention, a daily devotional inspired by the Holy Spirit, and I also wrote a devotional journal to go along with it. They're on sale right now for the month of January, and I believe I'm going to extend it through to February, where the book itself, Divine Intervention, is $7 and the journal is $5. So you can get that on my website at regalcameron.com. I hope to see and hear from you guys soon. If you want to contact me, you can go on my website and contact me through my website, or you can inbox me here on Facebook. Thank you, and you guys have a great evening. Good night.